Nerazzurri fans from all over the world, welcome to the Interglobe. It's a bitter moment. The Serie A is gone. We tried, evidently we didn't do enough to bring it home, and the championship goes to Napoli. They have done everything they could to help us win it, but we didn't manage. And I don't want to use the ref excuse. I have one of my best friends, he's a Milan fan, and his name is Gianluca, and all he can do in life is blame it on the refs or, on God knows what behind the scenes situations, political situations, but I just don't like that. I'm really actually frustrated by that because I think it reduces soccer to something really that stays in the background rather than being the subject of discussion. So I don't want to blame it on the ref. Also because honestly, that was a penalty. I mean, yes, the arms were behind the body, but the elbows were inexplicably wide, and Bissek did make a movement to increase the volume of his body. So it's as simple as that. Let's look at the game. Basically, we started off the best way we could. But I could immediately see that a couple of players were not performing up to their standards at all. And I'm talking about Barella. So many mistakes. It reminds me really of the old Barella, the one who was always complaining with the ref, always talking to the ref too much. Just stay quiet and play. And making so many mistakes, like distributing the balls wrongly, making the wrong choices. So Barella is really one of the worst players, and he has been such for at least 2-3 games. I think it's because he's tired, of course. We all know the value of the player per se, but even yesterday he didn't perform well. And then Thuram. I mean, as much as Taremi is as awful as always, apart from the last 3 games in which he did play well, but he went back to his usual level, but Thuram basically was not on the pitch. Again, we know the value of the player, but he was just probably simply tired. And for this, I honestly don't blame the players, but I blame a bit Inzaghi. Although he's fantastic, we all love him, he's the best coach of all time for Inter, but in the details is sometimes not perfect. I mean, everybody's capable of improving and can improve, so he can as well. And this is the territory in which I think he can improve, reading better the player's shape, form, and mental situation during the season. Not only looking at the numbers, but going beyond the numbers a little bit. If you see that Thuram is not 100%, maybe the best solution is to start with Arnautovic and Taremi, or with Taremi and Correa, or anyway, not with Thuram, and have Thuram come in during the game when the opponents are a bit tired and he can bring more added value to the match, right? So this is the sort of thought that I think is not present yet in Inzaghi or in his staff, and they have to improve. Barella, if you see that he's really tired and not performing, and I think the numbers also prove it, then start with someone else. You've tried with Zalewski in that role last week with Torino, and it proved out to be a good choice. Why not repeating it? You know why? Because Inzaghi tends to be very rigid in the substitutions. So if a top player is not 100%, he looks at the natural substitute. He doesn't think about making innovations like he did with Zalewski, unless there is an awful situation in which the starting lineup player is not available and his natural substitution is not available. Then, like it happened in Torino, yes, he puts in somebody else. But had Frattesi been available, or had Zielinski been available, he always counts on the same players, and that's a limit, I think. Anyway, going to the game, we started off, the pace was pretty low, but we started off decently. We led the first half in which we had the ball on our side basically all the time. Lazio did create a huge problem for us with Isaksen almost at the end of the first half, but Sommer was amazing. And right after that, we managed to score on developments of a corner kick. Bisek was quicker than everybody else, and he managed to score. So that was the ideal situation. You go to the locker room winning 1-0. Naples playing in Parma is tying the game, so they know that you're winning, they know that they're down, they know that they have to score, so you put pressure on them. Then you come in and basically you stop playing. The second half, Inter didn't play. It was immediately evident in the behavior of the players, like, when the ball was going out, instead of hurrying up, they were slowing down the pace, they were giving the ball back. It was clear since minute 1 of the second half that the team wanted to manage that goal that Bissek scored. So that was wrong. And that was wrong. I don't know if or what Inzaghi said to them in the locker room, but the attitude that they came back with was wrong. Then there is another mistake. Lazio ties the game with that goal by Pedro, and that was basically the ball going in different places, hitting different legs. So it was also a lucky goal, but just as much as Bissek's goal was lucky. Anyway, they tie the game, and Inzaghi makes only one substitution, Carlos Augusto for Di Marco. He doesn't give the input that he should to the team, meaning, no, I want to win this, let's change our mentality and attitude. No, he stayed basically the same apart from Di Marco. And then we have this luck of scoring again, not on an action, but on a free kick, as often happens to us lately. We have the luck to score immediately with Dumfries. And, 15 minutes to go. Again, you don't make the substitutions so that the team feels that they can limit Lazio's offensive last 15 minutes. And you let them play, basically. The epicenter of the team moves towards Sommer's goal. And we have this penalty in the very last minute, which is a clear penalty to me. And this allows Lazio to tie the game and us to lose completely our chances. And only then Inzaghi makes the substitutions, and we don't manage to bring it home. And it's such a pity, because this, of course, losing to Milan 2 years ago was something that I will never be able to digest properly. But losing against Conte and Lukaku this way really, really hurts, because we could have definitely taken this championship home. And, winning one championship out of 4 for Inzaghi, having the best team in all these 4 years, of course, isn't a flattering statistic. So let's go to see how the players performed one by one with the votes. Sommer, it's a 6.5, great save on Isaksen in the first half, and that's pretty much all he had to do. He was not culpable on the first and on the second goal. Actually, the second, he almost intercepted it. Bissek, it's a 6, he did something great with the goal, and he did something horrible with his elbow in the end, so they compensate, and it's a 6. It's ironic that we started our Serie A season with Bissek's goal allowing Genoa to tie in the very last minute, and we finish our Serie A basically with Bissek committing this foul with his elbow. So it's a 6 for Bissek. Acerbi 6, couldn't do much. He played well in defense, and he even gave a ball to Arnautovic in the end, so I actually would give him a 6+ instead of a 6. Bastoni 6.5, probably the best for me in defense. He played very well, very strong. He saved also defensively a couple of times as really well. Then we have Dumfries, 7, because of the goal he scored and because of the energy he showed. So it's a 7 for him. Barella, it's a 5. He's not the player we are used to know, probably because he's just tired, but that's the reality of things. Chala is our Sultan of Swing, and he deserves 6+. He played fairly well. He got a yellow card and he protested a lot for that, but honestly, I think it was a yellow card. And then we have Mkhitaryan, is a 5. It's just not there. Our midfield didn't perform well at all. And Mkhitaryan made too many mistakes. Again, he's probably just tired and probably we don't have substitutions for him, but I would have tried a different solution, like, again, I mentioned Zalewski. Or even Zielinski, why not? Di Marco, our drone delivery, is a 6.5 because the shot he made turned out to be what originated Bissek's goal, and in general he was pretty good. Taremi is a 5, went back to his usual level, and Thuram 5. Again, just because he's tired, but this is the way he performed. Going to the substitutions, I mean, many of them don't deserve a vote or a bad vote because they came in too late, like Zalewski came in too late to get a vote. Arnautovic, although he came in very late, he deserves a 4.5 because he's just comical, the way he misses goals that are basically done. Zielinski, I wouldn't give a vote to him as well, and the only one that I would give a vote to, together with Correa, who gets a 5.5 because he's impalpable as always, is Carlos Augusto, who gets a 5.5 because he could have scored in the end a goal, and he didn't bring to the match the energy and the drive and the grit that he usually does. To finish it off, I would give a 5.5 to Inzaghi because of the late substitutions and because of he didn't find a better way to utilize Thuram and Barella, who are very tired. So maybe, as I was mentioning, the best way would have been to put them in later on in the game. That's all for today's video. It's a pity we lost our Serie A. Let's see if we can do better in the Champions League. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please punch the like button and leave a comment, and most of all, subscribe. For me, that's very important because I would love to see this channel to grow. And thanks again, and as always, Forza Magica Inter. Ciao.